You have been wearing the same hairstyle for years, maybe decades, and somewhere deep down, you know something feels off, but you cannot quite name it. Let me name it for you. I researched the worst style and beauty mistakes and youth-boosting fixes for mature women, so you get simple, proven transformations that work instantly. Today we are covering 5 specific hairstyles that are silently adding years to your face, and the modern replacements that will make people stop and look twice. By part 3, you will recognize a hairstyle you are wearing right now. I promise you that. We have got stiff perms, blunt bobs, overlayered disasters, helmet hair, and the one cut most women think is safe, but isn't. Subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path, so you never miss a video like this. Now let's start with the hairstyle that is aging 9 out of 10 women right now. Part 1, the stiff perm. You thought the perm was making your fine hair look fuller. And maybe it did 20 years ago. But here is what nobody has told you yet. That tight, uniform curl pattern is doing something to your face that no amount of makeup can fix. It is shortening your neck. It is rounding your silhouette. And it is reading as dated in a way that lands much older than your actual age. Honestly, the stiff perm is the one thing I wish a trusted friend had whispered to me sooner. Because the women wearing it rarely see what everyone else sees. The problem is not that you have curls. The problem is uniformity. When every curl is the same size, the same tightness, the same shape all the way around. The result is a silhouette that looks structured in the wrong way. It adds width at the sides and removes length at the crown. That combination visually shortens and rounds the face. And your bone structure deserves so much better than that. The swap is simpler than you think. Loose body waves, not tight spiral curls, give you all the volume your fine hair is craving without collapsing your silhouette. They move, they fall, they frame. If you are still going back to the same perm technique, ask your stylist for soft wave wraps or a body wave set instead. The difference in how your face reads is immediate. One tip to keep it fresh: finger diffuse rather than sitting under a hard hood dryer. Heat distribution matters. Uniform heat creates uniform curls. Diffused heat creates texture with life. This one change alone can take years off. Wait. Coming up in part 2, there is a haircut that looks polished in photos and adds a full decade in person. You might be wearing it right now. Part 2, the blunt chin length bob. Have you ever looked at a photo of yourself and thought, why does this cut look so much harsher in real life than it does in the magazine? That is the blunt chin length bob telling the truth. This is the cut women reach for when they want something clean and put together. And in theory, it is both of those things. But at chin length, with a blunt edge and no softness, it does something specific to a mature face that you need to understand. A blunt edge at chin level draws a hard horizontal line directly across the widest point of your lower face. It cuts across the jaw and stops there. And that stopping point pulls every eye straight to any changes in that area that come with age. It does not soften. It underlines. This is the one that made a close friend of mine stop mid-conversation and ask what was different the day I told her to change her length. The answer was just 2 inches. The fix is not to abandon the bob. The fix is to adjust the length and the edge. Dropping the length just past the jaw and using point cutting at the ends instead of a blunt line changes everything. Point cutting breaks up the edge and creates softness where the face needs it most. Add a slight bevel and the ends fall away from the face rather than cutting across it. If you are still sitting in the chair and asking for a blunt cut at chin length, swap it for a jaw-skimming soft bob with a point cut finish. That is your before and after in one sentence. Maintenance note: trim every 6 to 8 weeks to keep the shape clean without letting the weight build up at the ends. Just ahead, the hairstyle most women think is adding youth, but is actually doing the opposite. It involves layers. And not in the way you might expect. Part 3, the overlayered pyramid cut. Bold truth. This is the hairstyle most women over 50 believe is making them look younger. And it is doing the exact opposite. The overlayered pyramid cut, heavy at the bottom, wispy at the top, was everywhere for a reason. It promised body. It promised volume. It delivered neither. What it actually delivers is width at the jaw and flatness at the crown. And that combination visually ages a face faster than nearly any other haircut shape. Here is why it ages you. Volume at the crown lifts the face. Volume at the sides widens it. When a cut concentrates weight at the bottom and removes it from the top, it reverses the direction you want. The face looks longer, heavier, and more tired than it is. You needed to hear this. The modern fix is interior layering, removing weight from inside the hair rather than stacking it on the outside. Interior layers give movement and reduce bulk without creating that pyramid silhouette. The crown stays lifted. The ends stay light. If you are still asking for graduation at the nape and heavy layers built outward, swap to interior layers with crown lift instead. Ask your stylist to remove weight from the inside rather than sculpt it on the outside. The result is lighter, more movement, and a face that looks lifted. Honestly, this is the one I see most often, and it is also the one with the most dramatic before and after. The face literally reads differently when the weight moves. Maintenance tip: refresh interior layers every 10 to 12 weeks. Over time, grown-out interior layers collapse, and the pyramid shape returns quietly. Catch it early. This one is everything. In Part 4, the hairstyle that screams effort but reads as exhausted. It has a name, and you will recognize it immediately. Part 4, the helmet set. You spent an hour on this, maybe more. And when you walked out, something felt too perfect, and not in a good way. That is the helmet set. And it is one of the most aging hairstyles a woman over 50 can wear. The helmet set is characterized by hair that sits in a rigid, lacquered shape, uniform, immovable, and sealed tightly against the head. It was designed for longevity, and it achieves it, but at a cost. Here is the specific aging mechanism. When hair has no movement, the face loses its softness. Everything reads harder: the jaw, the forehead, the lines. Movement in hair creates visual softness around the face. Remove the movement, and you remove the softness. There is one thing that changes how your entire face reads without changing your haircut at all. It is the hold product you finish with. And it is the difference between looking polished and looking preserved. Swap maximum hold hairspray for a flexible hold finishing spray or a light serum finish. The shape stays. The hair moves. That is the entire fix. If you are setting your hair into a rigid sealed style, swap it for a shaped blow-dry with a flexible finish product. The structure remains. The youth returns. Your natural elegance was never meant to be locked in place. A close friend once said she felt like she was wearing a hat she could not take off. The day she switched to a softer finish, 3 people asked if she had changed something. She had not touched a single other thing. Maintenance note: rotate your finishing products seasonally. Humidity affects how products hold differently in warmer months, and your technique should adjust with it. Yes, that's simple. Part 5 is the one nobody talks about. The safe haircut that is secretly the most aging of all 5. Do not skip it. Part 5, the safe short crop without face framing. Here is a bold truth that most stylists will not say out loud. The short crop is not the problem. The short crop without face framing is. Thousands of women over 50 are wearing a variation of this right now. A neat, tidy close-cropped cut that sits uniformly around the head with nothing pulling forward, nothing softening the face, nothing creating a frame. It looks intentional. It looks maintained. And it reads as years older than it needs to. Why does this age you? Because the face needs a frame. Without face framing pieces at the temples, forehead, or cheekbones, the haircut stops at the skull and every feature reads in isolation. The eyes, the forehead, the jaw, all exposed with no visual softening. It feels unfinished because the face is doing all the work alone. The fix is not a new haircut. It is a conversation with your stylist about 2 or 3 pieces. Curtain fringe or soft temple pieces. Even an inch of forward movement at the face changes the entire read of a short crop. Those beautiful eyes of yours deserve a frame that pulls attention toward them, not away. If you are wearing a close crop with nothing framing forward, swap it for the same length with soft curtain pieces or swept temple layers. Same maintenance. Completely different face. This is the one that made someone stop mid-conversation and ask what I had changed. I had only added 2 face framing pieces. Nothing else moved. Maintenance note: face framing pieces grow out faster than the rest of the cut. Ask your stylist to refresh them at every trim. They take less than 5 minutes and they are the most important 5 minutes of your appointment. There is one technique that changes how your entire face reads from across a room. And it is waiting for you in the next video. You just learned 5 specific hairstyles that have been quietly aging you, and 5 modern replacements you can bring to your stylist this week. Most women spend years figuring this out alone. You just did it in one video. Boom! Your bone structure was always this stunning. Now it shows. Tell me in the comments, which of these 5 hairstyles were you wearing without realizing what it was doing? I read every single one. Next time, we are covering the one color mistake that adds years to your face before you even style your hair. You will not want to miss it. Like this video, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path, and I will see you in the next one.